Gunther has arrived. So's Raquel Rodriguez, not Gonzalez. That's right. Rodriguez, we'll get into that just a little bit. Corbin ain't too happy with Madcap, and the Bloodline want all the gold, gold, gold. Always believe in your soul. You've got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believe in. It's Wrestling Band's back again, and you know what that means. It's time for another review. Let's do this. Let's go. Ronda Rousey wants another rematch. She's in the ring. Bland ass promo. You can see how scripted out this is. She probably stood backstage and practiced with the video from Charlotte. And then they just put it out there. No emotion, no nothing. Why do we care? Why is she still here? We're going to get it again. I Quit match at Backlash. Nobody cares. Can we move on from Ronda Rousey, please? I've had enough of Ronda and Rousey. Enough's enough. The girl can't cut a promo. She has no emotion. No reason to care about her. I'm done with seeing Charlotte as the champion. She's very talented, I'll give you that. But it's just her over and over and over and over again. Surely we can create someone and build someone up to dethrone her and have a decent run. Why not unify the titles? When is that going to happen? Hopefully SummerSlam. So it's Xavier, one-on-one with Butch or Bitch. I don't know. Is he the Butch? Is he the bitch? It seems to be Sheamus's bitch. Well, Xavier made him his bitch. He rolled him up. He smoked an L. 1, 2, 3. It was all over. Poor old Butch. See you later, bitch. Peter, what have you done? Sami Zayn's backstage and he's going to face the next person who comes through the door. And who could it be? But Drew McIntyre. So we know what's going to happen later on tonight. Sami's getting beaten. 1, 2, 3. Claymore, here we come. But before that, Gunther has arrived. Announced by Ludwig, not Ludwig Borger, Ludwig Kaiser. Formerly known as Marcel Bartel. They're all in red. Lady in red. She's dancing with me. Cheek to cheek. No, it's Gunther in red. And completely changed, isn't it? R.I.P. Walter. Gunther has arrived on SmackDown. He absolutely squashes Joe the Jobber Alonso, or Jobber Joe Alonso, whatever you want to call him. Absolutely smashed him. Slapped him up. Will Smith, that's how you deliver a slap, mate. Watch Gunther, Walter, whatever you want to call him. He's arrived on SmackDown. Big things are expected of him, I believe, for the future. Let's hope for the best in this gimmick, really. Let's hope he can get the best out of it. You know they're going to drive it into the ground. So Raquel Rodriguez is here, has arrived as well to bolster the women's division. Formerly Raquel Gonzalez on NXT. I'm not too sure why they needed to change the surname. Maybe they think Raquel Rodriguez sounds better than Raquel Gonzalez. Makes no difference. No difference whatsoever. I don't know why I would get upset about it. I'm not really. It's just, where's Dakota Kai? That's what I'm upset about. Why wasn't she brought along for the ride as well? Just as talented. Why not? Why not give that girl the chance? She's been stuck in NXT for years. Misused constantly. One of the best talents they've got. And they haven't used her at all. It's criminal. Criminal. Someone call 911, 999. I don't know. Let's move on. Because Happy Corbin ain't too happy with his old buddy Madcap Moss. No joke, no amount of bad jokes can get Madcap out of this one. Corbin's pissed because Madcap cost him the match at WrestleMania. Of course, we saw this coming a mile off as soon as it happened at WrestleMania. Corbin turns on Madcap. They have a little bit of a brawl, but Madcap gets the best of him. See where this is going. This is leading to a match maybe next week on SmackDown. I don't know if it's worthy of a match on Backlash. WrestleMania Backlash. We'll have to wait and see, shall we? I can see this one being a one and done next week and then forgotten about. See you later, Madcap. You're going to be wrestling on Main Event by the end of the month. Jinder wants a match with Ricochet. What has he done to deserve that? He wants a title shot. Who has he beaten to get a title shot? How does that make sense? Make that make sense. Out of nowhere comes Ronda Rousey. She pops up like she's the Cookie Monster. Title! Instead of cookie, it's title. Title! Yeah, she's got about just as much emotion as him. I don't know, actually. That's a bit unfair to the Cookie Monster. Tell you what I did like. Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre. That was actually decent. Sami Zayn trying to get away. Building actually some sort of a feud between the two. Could be quite good. Got another match next week between the two of them. Sami Zayn runs away through the crowd, counted out. So we've got another match next week. I'm guessing no count out. I didn't actually hear the stipulation behind it, or if it's just going to be a rematch. We'll have to wait and see. I can't remember. You can let me know down below if you want to. I'm not really that bothered. But I can get behind this feud, a Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn feud. It could be quite good. Sami Zayn's very entertaining. He proved that at WrestleMania. He could have a great match with a broomstick, and he had a great match with the Jackass himself, Johnny Knoxville, and his clan of clowns. So it was very, very good. And he deserves something from that, in my opinion, Sami Zayn. I'll tell you what I did like. Another thing I did like was this Lacey Evans package. Finally, they got rid of that awful, awful gimmick they gave her before, dragged out of the 1940s. You know that shit? Dressing up like that. I mean, come on. This was actually believable, and it was her. It was her telling her story. There was emotion behind it, something people can get behind, believe in. You can see she was getting choked up at points. This is what we want more of. Characters we can believe in, truths, and then turn the volume up a bit on them. That's what we want. This was much better. I'm looking forward to seeing more of Lacey Evans in the near future. Hopefully she'll be back in the ring very, very soon. But I loved everything they did there with that video package, her telling her story of how she grew up, her parents in the Marines, being a mum. Brilliant, brilliant. Looking forward to more of it, and hopefully we'll see it in the ring in the near future, telling stories and having matches. Decent women's match, Liv versus Sasha. Surprising that Liv got the win. Big win for her, though, against Sasha Banks. But I can't see her and Rhea winning the titles. Odds on Rhea Ripley's turning on her. And then they'll go to a match between the two of them. So it gives Liv a big win. So that elevates her up a little bit to face Rhea Ripley one-on-one. And I'm looking forward to that. That'll be quite good. Gotta say, Liv Morgan's impressing me. She has been the last couple of months. I've watched her. She's got better and better. This was a decent match. Passable. Sasha's very, very good. Very, very good. One of the best women in the world at the moment in professional wrestling. Then we go to the end of the show, and it's Roman Reigns, your tribal chief. Head of the table. Universal World Undisputed Champion of the WWE. The tribal chief comes to the ring with the other members of the Bloodline, the Usos. Heyman gives his speech and is rudely interrupted by Shinsuke Nakamura. Do 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 do. So it's obvious where this is going. Well, I thought, but the tribal chief is a caring tribal chief. We all know this. If you acknowledge him, you would know he is a caring tribal chief. He will show you love, and he showed love to Shinsuke Nakamura. Gave him a hug, but then of course he gave him some tough love as well from the Usos with a double super kick to the head. And we know where this is heading for Backlash, and I'm good with that. Shinsuke Nakamura, Roman Reigns, going to be a good match. I'm looking forward to that one if that's where they're going with this. But the big news is Roman Reigns wants all the gold. He wants all that gold. So he's set a mission for the Usos to go to Raw and to take the tag team titles and unify that. Unify it. That's what we've wanted. One division. It has to happen. The Bloodline need all the gold. I'm sorry. Bun RKO. Get them out of the way. Split them up. I want to see Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns at some point. I want to see Riddle versus Roman Reigns at some point. I want to see Riddle versus Randy Orton at some point. So it has to happen. So why not do it? Let's get it on. Let's get on it. Anyway, that's SmackDown. Decent show, not too bad. Couple of decent matches. Good storylines, couple of new debuts. What do you think? Let me know down below. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll be back next time for another review. This has been Wrestling Bants, and we are out of here. Stay lucky.